Welcome to this edition of Solar News for the week of March 28th, 2022. I'm Jay Warmke from Blue Rock Station, and this week in Solar News we have an investigation happening by the Commerce Department. We have some new virtual power plant news out there. There's some technology where batteries are getting bigger. We also have community solar in the news, a lot of activity within community solar and new technology in web tracking, or grid tracking, sorry. So anyway, so let's get to it. The Commerce Department announced that they will begin investigating the anti-dumping countervailing duties claims that have been filed against Chinese solar manufacturers who have simply transferred their manufacturing facilities from China to Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. There has been a petition filed where they're asking that these companies be perhaps subject to as much as 250% duties or tariffs on this. And so they will begin investigating. A lot of folks within the industry have filed against such action, claiming that 80% of all of our panels come from these sources, and to disrupt the supply chain further would perhaps be a death nail in the industry, at least in the near future. But no reports are expected until January of 2023. Green Mountain Power has announced that they're going to begin leasing N-phase battery systems to their customers. Green Mountain Power is a Vermont-based utility, and they're going to provide up to 20 kilowatt hours of battery capacity for only $65 a month to their customers. Now, for those customers that already have batteries within their system, they can participate in this program, and they will be paid an upfront incentive fee. If they actually $9,500 for as much as 40 kilowatt hours of battery storage at their site. The utility is looking to use these batteries as a virtual power plant, and they're hoping that this will all take place over the next 6 months to a year. SunVolt storage battery systems, they've announced that they're increasing the size of their residential battery pack. The previous version, released in 2019, stored 13 kilowatt hours of capacity. The newer versions, they have a 26 kilowatt hour battery bank and a 52 kilowatt hour battery bank. The fourth quarter of 2021, speaking of batteries, was the best battery storage news, or the installation base batteries exceeded, in fact, it exceeded the first 3 quarters of 2021 in the fourth quarter. The states where this is happening most in the U.S. are California, Puerto Rico, Texas, and Florida. Makes sense, largely due to some severe weather events that knocked out large portions of the grid. In California, it was the wildfires. Texas, it was the cold weather. And in Puerto Rico, Florida, hurricanes. In the past 5 years, storage capacity on the grid has increased 1,263%. Now, the vast majority of this storage capacity is utility scale, accounting for about 85% of this storage, only 15% being in the residential market. Community solar news, New York State has announced they are the first state to have more than 1 gigawatt of community solar installed within their state. Now, community solar is where, instead of individual homeowners putting solar panels on their home, there is a large solar array that is installed, and then the homeowners purchase a portion of that array, and then it is allocated to their homes or businesses' electric bill. It has the advantage of being actually much cheaper to install due to economies of scale, and studies have shown that as many as 80% of the homes may not be suitable to accept solar in some locations. Now, Illinois has another community solar project in the works. This is a program they're referring to as the Give Array program where they will be installing a community solar system and then giving away the electricity to low and moderate income households. This will be taking place in the Kankakee County area, which I believe is up around Rockford, Illinois. And Nextracker has announced that they have a new product out on the market that is designed to provide utility scale tracking systems for sites that are not level. These are for sloped or undulating terrains. And the advantage of this, of course, is there has been some pushback as utility scale becomes a bigger and bigger thing, that they're looking for flat, cleared area, which typically is prime farmland. So if these tracking systems can be integrated into more marginal lands, then the utility scale system may move into places where currently it is not economically to do so. Well, that's the news from Solar this week. We'll see you next week.